Okay, for number 5. This is a calculator aloud problem. However, if I do remember correctly, even though it's a calculator aloud problem, a calculator doesn't really help you on this one too much. So, the twice differentiable function f is defined for all real numbers. Great, f is defined. I don't know what it looks like. I don't know if it's a nice curve. I don't know if it's zigzags or whatever it is. But it has, oh, actually I know it's not zigzags because it says twice differentiable function. That's nice to know actually. F of 0 equals 2, f prime of 0 equals -4, and f double prime of 0 equals 3. Since these are just values, it means I'm probably going to be plugging these in somewhere later on to help me get an answer. G is given by this. Now this is actually really nice because it's e to the power of a of x, which just is saying a little bit of chain rule, but then it's just f of x by itself. No product rule, no quotient rule, no nothing. A is a constant. Find g prime of 0 and g double prime of 0 in terms of a. Means a is going to have, or the answer is going to have an a in it. I'm going to do g prime of 0 on this side. I'm going to do g double prime of 0 on this side. One step at a time. So let's start with saying, what's g prime of x? Since I'm taking the derivative of e to the power of ax, it's going to be e to the power of ax times a, plus the derivative of f of x is f prime of x. You're done. Now, before I go on to this, continue plugging in 0, which I will do in a sec, I'm actually going to get the second derivative right now so I can talk about those derivative rules. I'm going to be taking the derivative of e to the power of ax times a for the second derivative of g. A is a constant, means leave the a in front. That doesn't affect anybody. Take the derivative of e to the power of ax, and that's e to the power of ax times another a. Take the derivative of f prime, f double prime. Now again, I'm going to go over this. A is a constant, so this a corresponds with this a. Now, when I take the derivative of e to the power of ax, that's e to the power of ax times a. It's really important for you to see that a is not a variable, it's a constant. It's just going to help you in your math because now g prime of 0, let's see. E to the power of a times 0 is guaranteed to be 0. A is a constant, a, plus f prime of 0. E to the power of 0 is 1 times a. F prime of 0, get it from above, -4. There you go. For this one, g double prime of 0 equals, well, it's a times e to the power of 0, because a times 0 is 0, not a, times a, plus f double prime of 0. Well, a times 1 times a squared. F double prime of 0, 3. Done. It's worth 4 points. 1 for the derivative, 1 for the answer. 1 for the second derivative, 1 for the second answer. Last one. Let the function h is given by cosine of k times x times f of x for all real numbers, where k is a constant. Find h prime and write an equation for the line tangent. Again, line tangent. I need h of 0. I need h prime of 0. Well, because it's easy and I can do it right now, what's h of 0? That would be cosine of k times 0, still 0, times f prime, I'm sorry, not f prime, just f of 0. Cosine of 0 is 1. I'm actually going to move this guy. 1 times f prime of 0, I got to look from earlier above here. F prime of 0 right here, 2. 2. So, h of 0 equals 2. Now I need h prime of 0. Probably going to have to do some work here. So h of x equals cosine of k times x times f of x. Product rule. H prime of x equals, keep cosine the same, cosine of kx times the derivative which is f prime of x. Just because I'm sort of running out of room, I'm just going to do plus, keep f the same, f of x, times, now I got to take the derivative of cosine. What's the derivative of cosine? Negative sine. What do I do to the inside? Keep it the same. Hopefully you said that too. Times, what's the derivative of k times x? That's just going to be k. Now, I need h prime of 0. So cosine of k times 0 is still cosine of 0 times, but this time it's f prime of 0, plus f of 0 times negative sine, so I'm going to move the k in front, negative k times sine of 0. Now, something real nice, if you know your trig, what's sine of 0? It's 0, not 1. It's 0. The y value at this point is 0. So guess what? All of this turns into 0. So then all I have left is cosine of 0, which is 1, times f prime of 0, which was, I'm going to guess negative 4. Negative 4. 1 times negative 4 is negative 4. I have a slope. I have a point. I better have a line. Y minus 2 equals negative 4, x minus 0. I'm just going to stop with x. That concludes number 5.